Alright, guys, so story time. June 2nd was the beginning of Phoenix Fan Fusion, formerly known as Phoenix Comic Con, and it's kind of been a bucket list item for me to get a portfolio review, like a professional one. I've been working with Richard Friend for probably a year and a half now. I think it was a New Year's resolution last year, so beginning of 2022. I reached out to him because I heard he was giving lessons and feedback, and I really wanted to step my game up. And I think at that time I had about 60 pages drawn for my comic, a sleight of hand. And I started getting books from other crowdfund campaigns, and kind of you can't help but compare your work to others. And whether mine was better or worse than anyone else's isn't the point. It was just more that I think I had an unrealistic idea of where my artwork was at, and I wanted to improve. So this year, June 2nd or 3rd, I went and met with Dan Didio, and I got a portfolio review. And these are the pages he looked at. This is everything that was in my portfolio. This stuff since January of this year, because as I've been getting the feedback from Rich, I've been redrawing the pages. So just figured I'd share what we have done so far. And it's been about a month since then, since the portfolio review, and I think I've been cranking out pages even faster because getting validation from someone at that level really helps you out. You're not really stuck inside your head when you realize a stranger that works in the industry is saying good stuff about your work. Let me slide this up because these bottom panels are really cool. I really like the silhouette on this one here. But this is a double page spread. I actually want to rework this. And this guy here, I've been working out how to do like beams of light shooting through people and hard light effects a little better now. Actually, I can show you guys that page after I go through this. But yeah, so Dan Didio went through the portfolio, and he actually really liked it. Like, really liked it. He actually asked me to pitch a sleight of hand to Frank Miller, and we exchanged emails for a couple of weeks, going back and forth because I don't know how to pitch a comic, so he actually had to tell me what I needed to include in it, and all of that. But it didn't really pan out, so which is probably a good thing because I think anyone that makes a comic, especially after watching like the Image Revolution and things like that, people are concerned about retaining the rights to their stuff. Let's see here. I had a one page that had a really good light effect on it. Going through a stack of all of the recent pages I've done. Yeah, lots of more new pages here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, so this is kind of how I've been working out the light effects. If I can get in close enough and you guys can actually see it. So that's why I want to redraw that splash page. I really like the effect of a hard light hitting. So I want to do that. But I guess the point of the video today is that's kind of why I haven't done a mailing list since for sleight of hand. So in my last video, I kind of pointed out like how there was that data breach, and that I had a professional artist I hired to do a cover for me. And so going on Fund My Comic, it won't really like the audience that's there is there, and they're not really anywhere else. So getting like a Andrew Robinson cover for a book, it won't really appeal to people unless you you go somewhere that has that mainstream audience. But here's a print of that cover, which I think is just freaking amazing. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Finally got a portfolio review, and it was good enough that I was right there at that level where I almost broke into comics. I mean, holy shit, right? It's pretty amazing of a feat. since this is my first book, that would have been like a batting average of 1,000. First book break into comics, but so yeah, Phoenix Fan Fusion. I got to meet Dan Didio, and I got an excellent portfolio review. And since then, I've been talking to him at Frank Miller Presents, and my comic was literally on Frank Miller's desk. How fucking cool is that? But that's all I got. I might throw in a video of Dan Didio talking about it. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye.
My name is Dan Didio. I used to be co-publisher and publisher with DC Comics for 20 years, and I think the material is great. I think he did a wonderful job with it, and I think it has incredible potential.
Thanks, Dan.